It's like our necklace.
Yes.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back. It is February 24th, and let's do a quick check in. It is Tuesday. I ended up taking Monday off because of supposedly bad weather. It ended up snowing a little bit, but not too much. So I decided to stay home and continue on working on cleaning and organizing my home. So we are towards the end of February. I don't know how you feel about Valentine's Day. For me, when I was younger, it was always a little questionable. Some years I celebrated, some years I didn't, but I think it was mostly because of my personal life at that time. I think the older I got, and one of the main things I learned in my 30s is the importance of learning that Valentine's Day is not only about romantic love, but also platonic and most importantly, self love. I am still working on sending out my Valentine cards out to my friends. I actually met up with a few of my close friends for a little Valentine dinner. I took a quick drive down to Suffolk to spend some time. To me, women community is extremely important. I mentioned to you guys that I got Botox, I think 2 weeks ago. So let's talk about it. I'm going to give you guys some quick tips on how to make your Botox last a little bit longer and stretch your money. Hi, everybody. It's Saturday, February 28th, the last day of the month, and let's do a quick check in. It's been a very busy past 2 weeks, but here we are. I think I overscheduled a little bit, a lot of good stuff. I have been able to see some of my closest friends. We're here to talk about one thing, and that is Botox. So I'm going to go ahead and give you 3 tips that I use after I get my Botox. And these 3 tips help me kind of stretch out, make sure I maintain, make it last a little bit longer so I get the best for my money. So before we start, quick disclaimer. I am a firm believer that you do not need Botox. And definitely if you're under 35, please don't get it. I started getting Botox when I was 35 years old. I believe that aging gracefully is amazing, and I don't believe in anti-aging. I always tell the girls I want to look like the best 40-year-old version of myself. I think getting Botox before you're 35 is overkill, and I think that you don't need it. But when you do start getting it, start very small. I only get Botox every 4 months, and I get them in my little crow feet because I laugh a lot. I like enjoying life, and I'm also when I laugh for everything. If I'm nervous, I laugh. If I'm sad, sometimes I laugh. Probably sounds crazy, but or a little crazy. Um, I like laughing. I have a very good sense of humor. The next tip is hydration. Drink your water. Not only good for Botox to maintain your Botox, but also it's your skin is gonna thank you, and you're gonna see the difference, the glow, the glowing, everything. So water is super important. The next tip, it's sync. So I learned this tip from my friend Jenny. Jenny reads a lot, and she is super into like skincare and self-care. So she's always reading about like the scientific facts behind certain things and how they help us and how we can do better for our skin, our hair. She's super into women's health, so she's always giving me little tips about that. And one of her things was like every when you get your Botox, try to incorporate a zinc supplement, and I did, and I can see a difference. So I highly recommend that. I get this one from Mary Ruth's, of course I can say that, Ruth's. Um, it's not expensive. It's inexpensive and it works. Next tip I'm gonna give you is a red light therapy mask. So this one's an investment. I got this one from Amazon and it was $100. I think 110. I can remember, and it's by CleanMate. but you can find like offers and little sales going on Amazon often, and I think you can find some on TikTok Shop too. And anything over $50 to me is an investment. I'm in my frugal era, so I try to be very conscious and intentional with how I spend money. But I kid you not, I feel like it has helped me not only with my skin, but also like I could be wrong, but it helped me like after I got my Botox. I did get my Botox 2 weeks ago, and one of the things I noticed because or where the placement or where I get the Botox is that I get poofy eyes every time, so I constantly have to massage. So that's another tip. Be aware of your face. Like you know yourself better than anybody else. And if you see little changes, talk to your Botox nurse and figure out like how you can make it better. For me, I get really poofy eyes. I guess because they Botox. What Botox does is basically freezes muscles, right? So because I freeze my little muscles around here and smooth them out, um, I get little stuff here like I get I don't know like a lot of like liquid there, so I get poofy eyes. So I work on a lot of massaging. I massage up here my temples and the inner corner, and I also use some of my favorite eye patches at night and before I get ready in the morning. Those kind of help. So those are my tips on Botox. So I hope these tips help, and I'll see you later, you guys.